Hey Taurus, I'm going to pull a past, present, and future spread for you today. I will clarify it, and then at the end, I will pull a card of advice for you. I already shuffled my cards, so you got the Two of Earth in reverse for your past, the Universe for your present, and two cards are wanting to come out for your future, the Knight of Fire in reverse and the Five of Air in reverse. Overall energy at the bottom of the deck is Seven of Air. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is clarifying your past position. Clarifying the Universe is the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Oh my gosh, that's too many cards. Let's try this again. This deck is hard to shuffle. It's very big. Okay, and then in your future, clarifying the Knight of Fire in reverse and the Five of Air in reverse is the Five of Wands. Overall energy clarification is the Knight of Swords in reverse. So, okay, the Knight of Swords, I believe is a specific one. No, it's not a specific one, but the Knight of Swords did come out in the Aries reading that I just put out. So, the Seven of Air in this particular deck. So if you, in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, you've got the, a man holding, I think he's got like 5 swords in his hands and then a couple more surrounding him on the ground. And he's holding them by the hilt, which is super awkward. Like, why would you hold them that way? But I guess his reasoning is because he's kind of in a hurry. He's in a hurry to get out of Dodge. It's like he's stolen those swords and he's running away with them. So a lot of people see this card as the theft and deception card. In this particular case, it's a different depiction. This is more, it gives me a feeling of, sometimes I say treacherous, and the reason I use treacherous is because, well, the way it looks, the card looks a little bit treacherous, but also, I mean, not too bad though, right? You could navigate that pretty easily, that path going upwards towards that mountain. It's not unnavigatable, if that's a word. But the theft and deception card gives off that treachery vibe, right? And so let's say this is a treacherous path that you're on as your overall energy, right? And it's an upward path. So it's like the path to elevation. And it's kind of like, if you see the face in that, the side of this mountain, I guess that's a mountain, cliff, whatever you want to call it. It kind of reminds me of Oz, the Wizard of Oz. And so I almost wonder if it's like a path to enlightenment or a path to God. Like, you know, a journey to know the Creator. Let's call it that. So this seems like a very treacherous, possibly treacherous path that you're on to enlightenment, to learn more about the creator of this world and all the worlds. You have the Knight of Swords, though, in the reverse. And so knights move forward, right? All of them do. Some faster than others. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. And they move in relation to their suit. In this case, swords. Swords are air. Air is anything of the mind, the intellect, and the ego. And just like in the Aries reading, I'm seeing this as information, right? I think you're taking, or not taking, rather, because it is in the reverse, not utilizing some sort of information that's going to, I don't know if it's you're not utilizing it. I don't want to say that just yet. It could be just not seeing it, not receiving. Maybe you're not receiving the information. That feels right. Not receiving the information that you need to make this trek, right? To make this journey, to push forward. Yeah, you're not able to push forward. And again, I say that because we do have a knight. We have the fastest moving knight in the deck, and he's in the reverse. So he's not moving. And I think it's because he doesn't have the information he needs. You don't have the information you need. And I'm not going to give you advice yet, but I'm wondering if that's what you need, is to gain more information, right? Learn. And that is the path to God or to the creator or to enlightenment, is learning, right? You don't know what you don't know. So, anyways, we start with your past position being the Two of Earth in reverse, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So I sort of wonder if this Knight of Swords is more of a, in your overall energy, is more of like a slow moving information. It's like maybe you are gaining the information, but perhaps too slowly. Maybe to go on this journey or whatever, this path up the mountain, speed is required. Because here we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight in the deck. And so now he sort of feels more like a complete standstill. So like in the beginning, or in the overall rather, it's maybe slow moving information, slow moving whatever. But then here we have the Knight of Pentacles clarifying the Two of Earth, but they're both in the reverse. So let's start with the Two of Pentacles, okay? Two of Earth. And he's in the reverse, but I'm going to show you in the upright. So in this depiction, this man here with this lamb, maybe, is selling it to this butcher, perhaps. So it's like a farmer to the butcher. The butcher's paying for it. He looks like a butcher. I think that's what he is. And I think the other guy's a farmer. So it's almost like trading an asset that you have for one that you don't. A fair trade. Let's call it a fair trade. Oh, it's in the reverse though. So I almost feel like it's an unfair trade, especially with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like you're not receiving because, okay, as I said, like there's no movement here, right? So there's no reception. Here in your overall, it was no reception of information that you need. Here it's like no reception of resources. And I say that because we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles are Earth. Earth is resources. It's anything that you might need to build a foundation. It could be the foundation itself, but this could, it could be your health. It could be finances. It could be materials. Whatever the situation is, it's like in the upright, this card is a fair trade. In the reverse, it's like it's an unfair trade. And so, and then this here being in the reverse, the Knight of Pentacles, it's like a lack of receiving those resources. The resources are not coming in because, again, Knights are movement. They're movement forward. This is a lack of thereof. So right now, it looks like you don't have the information you need nor the resources that you need for whatever this is. And if it's not related to a higher power of some sort, of like knowledge on a higher power, of trying to gain higher knowledge rather, then it could be just be something that could be higher education, or just it's whatever it is, it's related to education of some sort. I don't know what you're educating yourself on, but I feel very strongly that's what this is about. So let's move on to your current energy. You've got the universe with Six of Pentacles in reverse. So the universe is the world in the traditional deck. I would like to sit with this for just a second so I can look at the imagery, but if we're going to say that it's the world, then the world is a completion, a cycle completion, but it's also just, I wouldn't call it a new beginning, but with every ending comes a new beginnings. And in the original depiction, there's an Ouroboros where it's the snake eating its own tail, right? So it's like just a cycle, okay? But it's typically the ending of one. This, though, in this depiction, it just feels like a complete connectedness, for lack of a better word. Like a collective conscience, unconscious, collective unconscious. There we go. Collective unconscious. That's the feeling I'm getting when I see it. Like there's this man's arms, or this person's arms. In fact, let's just not even, I don't know. It looks like this person may have both male and female parts, but it's really hard to say because I don't really know anatomy very well, but it looks like it's got maybe a womb and, of course, you know, the male parts here. And then over here, it's like spider webs reaching out. So like connecting everything together, right? And if we're going to connect this to like a higher power, right? It's said that, at least if you look at Egyptian philosophy, it's said that the higher power is neither male nor female, right? It's both. It's all encompassing. So this card feels all encompassing. And it's like this feels like a giving and a receiving. It's like this entity or whatever is receiving energy, but also giving it. And so it's paired with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, which is also a card of giving and receiving. It's a card of balance. It's a card of, or because it's in the reverse, and because we have, you know, 3 pentacles up top and then 3 on the side, it feels like an imbalance, right? It feels to me that this is saying that you are either giving or receiving more than you should be. In what way, I don't know. Something in the physical. So this could be your financial resources. It could be your time. It could be your energy, your health in some way. But I do feel like there's some sort of imbalance here. I don't know whether you're the gifter or the receiver. I sort of want to take another card on that to see. Maybe the future placement will tell us. Let's move on to the future placement. You've got the Knight of Fire in reverse. Paired with the Five of Air in reverse. There's so much imbalance here. Because again, in your past position, there's that unfair trade. So I think that you're not receiving something. I think this is you. I think you, the universe, this completion energy, this all-encompassing energy, I think that's you. And I think that you are the one not receiving or giving too much of yourself in some way. And perhaps not receiving anything in return. Because again, like your overall in your past, you're not receiving the information or the I mean, I guess it could go either way, honestly, but I feel like just based off this being your reading and the overall energy is the Seven of Air of trying to reach some sort of goal, some treacherous goal, and it being in the upright, I think this is you not receiving what it is that you need. And again, I think it's some sort of, because we have Pentacles here, clarifying both your past and present, I think it's some sort of resource that you need that you don't have. There's an imbalance in there, an unfair imbalance even, because sometimes we just have imbalance, right? And it's not that it's fair or unfair, it's just it is what it is. But in this case, I think there's a lack of fairness. Like this is the card of breadcrumbing, and so it's like you're being breadcrumbed, maybe. Yeah, it's like, I feel like you're this person back here in the back. Or this one here in the foreground. But I don't feel like that one is you, the one who's doing the dishing out. So anyways, sorry. Back to your future placement. Knight of Fire in reverse and the Five of Air. So it's like this guy's on an adventure, this Knight of Fire. Again, you've already got two knights here. They're both in the reverse. It's swords, pentacles. Now we have wands. So all we're missing is cups. All we're missing is cups. And in the last reading, there was, in the Aries reading, emotion. I wonder if this is like a continuation of that, because there was emotion being repaired, being healed. And it's like that's what you're lacking here. You might want to go back and listen to that reading. But anyways, this man here, he's like on an adventure, right? He's sort of like the fool, just trusting whatever's ahead of him, not really giving it much thought, just kind of going for it, right? He's in the reverse, so there may be some sort of blockage there. I'm not quite sure yet, but we also have the Five of Air in reverse, and recently this card has been giving me a storm, as you can see with the clouds above, and then there's this tunnel meant to be like a safe haven with this woman here guiding everyone, perhaps guiding them to the tunnel, to the safe space below. Those are both in the reverse, paired with the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands in the traditional deck, sorry about the trash truck outside, but in a traditional deck is like the card of, sometimes I see it as rebellion, sometimes I see it as just a fight, an argument, or just getting a crowd riled up, even in excitement. It seems like a struggle, though, for sure. To me, this seems like a struggle, especially paired with the Knight of Fire in reverse and the Five of Air in reverse. So I think that there's like this lack of movement, this lack of, again, Knights are movement. They all move forward in some capacity. And it's like there's this lack of adventure, lack of excitement. Due to maybe like some sort of, this isn't a tower, but it's definitely like feeling like a struggle. Five of Air, Five of Swords. Let me show you the Five of, let me see if I can find it in the book. It's easier to find it in the book. Oh, that was quick. So this is the Five of Swords, right? And it is a struggle. Well, they've been through a struggle. But in this depiction, it's like the struggle is over. The battle is lost. But the war, it's like the war's not over. The war isn't won, rather. And so it's like it's just like a battle, right? It's not the whole war. It's not the whole tower. It's just like some sort of bump in the road, okay? Let's call it a bump in the road. It's in the reverse. And what did I say about the Five of Wands? A struggle. I think you're just hitting a struggle point in your future. And it's probably due to all the lack of resources, the lack of information. And here maybe the lack of passion because of the struggle, right? Because wands are passion. They're excitement. Maybe you're losing that excitement, losing that thrill that you maybe started with. Okay, so let's see what sort of advice I can give you. I almost say like this Five of Air may be telling you, this might be, because in the upright I said normally I get this card, like there's that storm above, and then there's the guide assisting the people to safety. It's almost like this is you as in the reverse. It's like you getting yourself to safety, not relying on anyone else. Maybe not literal safety, but like wherever it is that you are trying to go that makes you feel secure, right? You're going to have to get yourself there, or you are getting yourself there in the future. It's like you're putting that excitement and adventure on hold to find security. And it is a struggle, though. So anyways, back to the advice. Ten of Earth in reverse. So the Ten of Earth, in this depiction, upright, there's this woman in the cave, and she's getting ready to come out of it. So it kind of looks like a womb, right? And so it's like she's birthing into the world, or either birthing her, herself, or something is, or maybe Earth is birthing her into the world. In the reverse, it's almost like stay put. It's the same message that Aries got, was stay put, stand still, hold still. But let me just clarify it real quick. It was quick. With the Page of Cups. it's almost like pages, as I already said, they're seekers, right? They seek. Well, I didn't say that because you didn't get any pages. I said it in the in the Aries reading. Pages gather information. They seek information. In this case, it's the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is seeking, intuition and emotional stability, I guess you could say. And so it's like that needs to be your focus. Hold still on this adventure, and I mean that's the same exact message that Aries got, but just hold off and seek that emotional fulfillment, maybe, because the pages of cups, I don't know if it's in this one also. I'm going to look one more time at my book, but I think they're overflowing. The cup is overflowing. And so sometimes I see it like well, no, but there's that fish that pops out, right? There's a fish popping out of it. There were fish, and I brought up fish in the Aries reading too. You may really want to go read that. Listen to that reading. But yes, I think it's saying, focus on your emotions, focus on emotional fulfillment, and maybe even focus on your intuition, gathering information that will lead you on this path, right? And when I say lead you, I mean like literally be like the leading component. Let your emotions be that leading component on this path. Or perhaps your intuition. Could be intuition. Could be creativity even. Cups are creativity, but they're not like the outward creativity of wands, the excitement and stuff. They're more like internal creativity, ideas and things like that. So, Taurus, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.